Hey everybody, I'm back. You're back in Kim's kitchen. We're gonna wrap up this salad. We're gonna get the dressing on top of it. It's gonna be awesome. Now remember what I said before, that my passion is making and sharing food. So I'm gonna be sharing part of this tabbouleh recipe with a good friend. My good friend has a severe allergy to onions. So what am I gonna do? I put the onions aside. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to put the quinoa here into the salad with the parsley. So the parsley's already in there. I'm got a good spatula here. And the quinoa's been nice and cooled in the fridge for a while. So we're all good there. Plop it in there. Then we're going to put in the tomatoes. And the tomatoes have been draining, pretty juicy little babies. So there's lots of juice in the bottom of that bowl. I'm going to save that for another recipe. So let's put the tomatoes in. And put that aside. Then we're going to make the dressing. So everything's in there. I'm going to give it a nice stir. And then I'm going to take out the portion from my friend who's allergic to tomatoes. All right, so I'm giving it a good stir. You can see how it's kind of coming together here, even though it's got no dressing. I'll give it a good stir, and then I'll put aside the amount for my friend. Easy to stir. I'm using a nice big spoon, stirring it up, turning it over. Parsley is a very hardy vegetable, so it's not like you can crush it or anything like that. So don't worry about how hard you stir it. So I'm putting hers in a separate bowl. I'm going to use a separate spoon to stir it also too. And there's a nice portion for my friend. We know she's going to enjoy it. She's going to be so delighted that I made her something that doesn't have onions in it. Okay, so this is put aside. There's her spoon for the dressing. Now I'm going to put the onions in this recipe. So they've all been cut up nice and fine here, fairly fine little pieces. Put them in. And then we'll get this dressing together. So the dressing, we'll give it a stir here so that when we dress it, it's all going to be evenly covered. Now I've got the salt in here because I wanted to crush it. It dissolves much better in the dressing when it's crushed and powdered. So I'm putting that in with my little cylinder, with my little funnel, excuse me. And then I've got, put aside here, I've got 2/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. So I'm dumping that in. Okay, and then I've got 1 cup of lemon juice. So I'm going to add that in next. And hope like hell that it fits. It did. Oh my God, it fit. I was a little afraid my bottle would be too small. So don't do that to yourself. Make sure you choose a bottle that's big enough. And then I'm going to put in the 3 drops of peppermint oil. If you don't have any, doTERRA peppermint oil, then just use 2 cups of mint chopped in your salad. Okay, so 3 drops of peppermint oil and 1, 2, 3. It's going to be simply delicious. Now the thing about this dressing is really cool that, where's my lid? Da-da-da, here it is. That when you shake this up, it almost kind of goes milky like. So it gets thick when you shake it. And like I said, it's almost kind of milky. So we're going to shake, 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 and get ready to pour it over top. And again, I'm using this big containers and a big bowl because I don't want any problems mixing things together. We want to be able to toss and throw, and we don't want a great big full container. Otherwise, stuff will come flying out. So use yourself a nice bowl. Transfer it to a smaller bowl later on after you're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress the smaller salad first. Again, we're stirring with a different spoon. This one has got onions in it. This one does not. Well shaken up So that salt is going to be dissolved inside of the oil and the lemon juice, and just pour some over top. There we go. Now the rest, and you can see it's going to be kind of a little bit of a juicy salad, but the quinoa will absorb up a lot of the dressing. So don't be afraid of having too much dressing, or don't be afraid of having a juicy salad. It will absorb it later. So I'm going to pour the rest of this over top of this container of salad and get stirring. A little bit more left to put in there. There we go. Drain my bottle out, stir it up. Now, is this just fabulous or what? Are you looking forward to this? Of course you are. So get this stirred up well, take a little taste, get it put in the fridge, and totally enjoy. If you have any questions, if you haven't already so far, like, subscribe, put some comments in, put some questions in. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed making tabbouleh with me. We'll see you again in the next series. I love you. Bye for now.